So from the pose of a child, arms forward, breathe in. Exhale up onto your hands and knees. Yeah, good. Push back, climb up. So warm your arms, warm your wrist, prepare. Tighten your tummy because you're using your core muscles. And I like that movement through my hips. It's quite a nice releasing, opening, using your own body weight, hip release or hip opening. Add on, climb up onto your hands and knees and slide your front knee into the air. Point the foot, flex the foot, whatever works for you. But what's more important is that hip faces the floor and your arms stay strong, head up. So it doesn't mean look forward, it just means keep your head in line with your shoulder. Now take that knee and hug the back of the other knee, lift the knee, land the knee, push your bum back. Inhale up, lift the other knee, I'm really bracing through my tummy muscles to hold my body still as I go through that sequence, bum to heels. Inhale, climb up, lift the knee, hug the back of the other knee, lift the knee, knee down and press back. So common issues are the elbows start to bend and the upper back starts to hollow. Strong arms, keep your head in line with your shoulders. Good, good pace, lovely. Slow and really strong. Up onto your knees, lift your leg, keep your body square, your hips square, and then land back. I'm going to do one more. So this is your level 1. Pay particular attention, arms and shoulders and breath. Good. Now sit back, recover your wrists, recover through your spine. Use the pose of a child to take your knees wider. Oh, and sit right back into your glutes. Love that. Inhale, climb up. Hands under shoulders. Ear in line with shoulder. Slide one leg back so the toe curls under. Slide the second foot back. Now be careful you don't drop your hips and hurt your lower back. Keep it strong. Knees down, bum back. Inhale, climb. Practice with one foot. If that feels good, practice with the second foot. Hold. Bring the knees down and press your bum back. 3 more. Inhale, climb. Exhale. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Give me a few seconds here. Feel the strength. Knees down, bum back. So feel the power in your arms. Feel the power in your shoulders. You've got neck muscles working for you. You've got abdominal and back muscles working for you and your legs. Great. One last one. Push the leg away. Hold for a few seconds. Be proud, be strong, and then push back. Recovery. Wrists and spine. Combining those 2 moves is our level 3. Hands and knees, slide the legs away, power through the arms and the feet, lift the front leg, squeeze the legs together, so now you're not hugging the knee, you're hugging the heel. Release that foot, lift the other foot and land. Knees down and push your bum back. So that's the mechanics. And you can do the same mechanics on your knees or on your toes, whatever works for you. Once you've got those mechanics, focus then on your stability. What does that mean? It means keep your core, your body still. So what you'll see a lot of is people twisting Don't twist, stay square. Hips facing the floor. So that's your focus for the last two. Curl the toes or stay on your knees. Keep the hips square, i.e. keep them facing the floor. Push through your arms and press back. You only have one more. Inhale. Curl the toes. Lift and squeeze those legs. So a wonderful power move. Full body power move. Release. Good. And what does that release look like for you? Is it a lower back stretch? Is it taking your hands over to the edge of the mat and pushing your bum the other way to get into the hips and the bum? Or is it something else that you need? I'd love you to investigate and be curious. Now take your hands outside of your mat. And by doing that, we're going to work your pecs, your chest muscles. Sweep forward across the floor, bend the elbows, you see how high they are? Chest in line with hands, press up and then push back. Adaptations, don't go as low. If you want to work harder, skim the floor, chest in line with hands, press up, push back. So you'll see people sneak their hands in on the mat. Go wide. Take your hands outside of your mat, so your first finger lines up with the edge, and then you will work more muscle fibres in your chest. So in the first session, we did a lot of upper back. Do you remember I was talking about my lats, latimus dorsi, and upper back muscles? Now we are working with the chest, the pectoral major, so that these muscles, these antagonistic pairs, work equally. 5 more. You want to work harder, closer to the floor. So I need to put that little caveat in about your lower back. Don't arch. It's not a sun sal. It's not yoga sun sal, sun salutation. It is a chest with a straight or long spine. 3 more. So chest in line with hands, feel that power, feel that energy, push up, push back. 2 more. Skim, press, push back. Last one. Skim, press, and push back. Oh, recover. So we're going to do something very different again. Change the focus. Start with a stretch. I'm loving that inner thigh stretch. Then have some water and pick up your band. Now the option is to do this lying on your tummy, which is quite a good option with your towel underneath your forehead. But if you're not comfortable on your tummy, you can do it on your knees. I'll show you both. The way to hold your band is under your armpit and over your thumbs. 90 degrees with your elbows and your forearm. And this is an I shape, going above your head, alternating your hands. We're going to call that a capital I. So you can do it on your knees, like this, or with your towel ready, prepped, relax your toes, your knees, and take your arm forward. So notice that my hand is off the floor. Keep the hand, or if you can get 2 centimetres, or more than that, 2 inches, that would be fantastic. Now both hands 5 times. Now both hands and lift your chest. 5 times. Press and release. Press and release. Tighten your tummy. Breathe out and release. Good work. That was the eyes. So bring your heels to your bum. Relax your lower back. If you're on your knees, go into the pose of a child. And now the Y's. Y. And a Y is now out to the diagonal. So you can do this on your knees, or you can do it on the floor. And ideally you want your hands off the floor. So not they rest on the floor, but when you lift and reach, they're off the floor. And you want to feel it slightly differently in your upper back. Can you feel the whole shoulder blade? I love this. Both arms, 5 times, you count. Both arms and chest, 5 times. Take your time, be slow. Lift your chest nice and high. Slow, no staccato, no sudden moves, no jolting. The arms extend as your breath pushes out and rest. Feel your back all the way down your back, I love it. And then rest. So from the I's and the Y's to the T's. What does a T look like? We all know what a cup of tea looks like. Elbows to the side as always, arm to the side. Okay, so the hand lines up the shoulder. Let's try it on the floor. Head on the towel, keep the head still. Just the single arm out to the side. I'm going to have to move over a bit. So if you've got your hands off the floor, you'll really feel this in your back muscles, your upper back. Now both arms together, I'm going to give myself more resistance. 5. Breathe out. 4. 3. 2. And last set, chest and arms. 5. Slow. Breathe out. 4. Slow. 3. 2. And 1. They're deceptive, aren't they? They're much stronger than they look. You can let go of the band, come into the pose of a child, recover. We are going to turn and lie on our backs. But do it in stages. Start with the pose of a child. Maybe stretch your spine, have some water, towel ready to support your neck. And bring your knees into your chest. Hands on your knees. Now we're really going to focus on our tummy muscles. I'm sure you're pleased to hear that. And go round the other way. Lots of heat and warmth for the lower back. Perfect. Bring your feet down. Check that your feet and knees are hip distance apart and your hips are the hip bones at the front. So sometimes we can think it's the side of our bum, but it's not. It's the pelvis, it's the hip bones. Bring the pubic bone in line with the hips. Secure them by tightening your deep abdominal. Drop your ribs and secure that. You won't know, but that's your obliques working. Your towel underneath the back of your head so your neck is naturally curved. Hands on the floor and lift one knee, knee over hip. Level 1 is just a single leg. I find that people can't really connect with that, so I go immediately into a level 2. Knees over hips, tummy muscles like a washboard, really strong. Lower one leg and lift. Lower the other leg, toe taps. Now I tend to kind of lift my chin and strain my neck, which is why the towel is such a useful tool. It takes the pressure out of my shoulders and neck, gives me that release in my neck. And then I can focus a little bit more on my deep abdominal. Another thing to say is you don't need to touch the floor. The work in your belly is enough. Taking your foot to where you feel controlled without arching. My next challenge is to try both legs. So really connect with your tummy, lower and climb up gently. Very, very self-aware, very conscious. I know if I go lower than this, I start to tip my pelvis. I start to arch my back. So I don't want to do that. I don't want the exercise to be in my back. I prefer it to connect with my deep abdominal muscles. 2 more. One last one. Just close my eyes when I'm concentrating. Oh, yeah. Hands on knees. Recover. Push the back into the floor. This is your healing. Your nurturing. Movement is medicine. Slow movement is medicine. It's helping to bring all the nutrients and blood flow to your lower back. So bring your feet to the floor. Now you may or may not want to use your band. I'll show you what I'm going to try. Feet to the floor, hip distance with the knees. I'm going to hold the band. My bands, as you know, are very, very thick and strong, advanced. And I'm going to support my head in the band. Elbows out to the side. As instructors, when we do sit-ups, what we're always trying to avoid, and I'll show you without the band, is this. It's the head nod. When all anybody's doing is pulling on the neck. So we're always trying different permutations and combinations to basically get your shoulders off the floor. So some instructors will say, look at the ceiling. That doesn't work well for me. Others instructors will say, get your shoulder blades off the floor. We also talk about keeping your elbows wide, because that also helps to keep the chest open and the shoulders up. And the band is just simply another permutation on that. Don't pull on the neck. Get the shoulders off the floor. Keep the movement small. And this is all about the six-pack, the rectus abdominis. Ribs to hips. Hips, stay still. 5 more. 4 more. 3, you can drop the band, it's not a necessity, it's just an option. And then I'm going to combine knee lifts, you're going to like this, knees slightly apart, raise your head and shoulders, tap one foot, tap the other foot, lower your head. Raise your head, tap one foot, tap the other foot, and lower your head. Keep going. Raise your head, knees slightly away, tap one foot, tap the other foot, lower your head. How's the band doing? Is it working for you? You'll have to let me know. Is it a useful tool, or is it just paraphernalia? So I'm going to do one more of these. Raise your head, raise your shoulders, tap. Good. And then the grand finale. Raise your head, tighten your tummy, both legs once, both legs twice, and then rest your head. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale. Exhale again. Inhale, lift. Exhale again. Lower your head. Whoa, breathe in. So I'm really using my breath. It's a fabulous way to help us focus. Big breath in to prepare. Exhale, lift. Exhale. Takes your mind off what you're doing. But also, it gives you a good impetus. Oxygenating the muscles. With that mind in focus, let's do 2 more. Raise the head and shoulders, drop. So it's either 1 single or 2 doubles. Last one. Press the belly tight. Good, recover. Wrists, neck is probably your paramount focus at the moment. Can your ear come down towards the floor? Other side. So again, do it gently, no sudden moves. Notice how it works for you. Don't force it, it doesn't want to go. That's it, you're just rolling, you're observing, you're curious. It's interesting. Bring your knees into your chest. Take your legs to the sky. I'm going to get rid of my band. And hold behind the back of your knees. Knees to chest, legs to sky. I'm always interested. You can see different personality types, different people who do different exercises, get different parts of their bodies really tight. So you'll see cyclists or runners, really tight hamstrings. And if you've got tight hamstrings, it affects your lower back, it affects your core. So some people, just bringing their legs into the air is hard. So support it. Put your hands behind your knees. Level 1. Level 2, bring your heels together and your toes out to the side. So there's like a V shape, and your knees go wide, and take your hands behind your thighs. Okay? So there's your support. And then level 3, I'm running out of levels, hands on the floor. So what have we got going on here? You interested? Hamstrings, yeah. Inner thigh, which is the weaker cousin of the outer thigh. And then take your legs lower. And you're now working your tummy. What if we were, are you up for this, to raise our head as well? Raise your head lower. So what have we got going on here? Outer thighs, inner thighs, abdominals, everything. Inhale, exhale. Focused and controlled. Let's finish the session with 5 more. Is that music to your ears? 5 more, or finish the session. Breathe. You're in control. You've got your options. Choose the option. Last one. Oh, band on one foot. Release your neck as you stretch your hamstring. Point and flex your foot. Oh, good. Now take the opposite hand on the band and start to go into this fascia here, this line of fascia, this IT band doesn't move, it's rigid. But what will move is your knee and displace your hip. So stretch that IT band, or by taking your leg across your body, but keep your bum on the floor. That's, and then you can go lower, but you're not focusing now on the IT band. It shifts maybe into your lower back. So 2 different stretches. Oh, sorry, it took my breath away. We could spend a whole session doing that. but I know you've got other things to do. So we're going to bring the other leg in, point and flex the foot. Cyclists, runners, they're going to love this. Walkers, people that sit a lot, everybody. Hold the band in your opposite hand, remember, bum on the floor, IT band, iliotibial band. And then lift the bum and take it further over. So all we've done is what I would call restorative stretches. We've taken the body back to the reset at the beginning of the session. If you want to develop the stretches, you need to hold them for a lot longer. If you want to get real length in your body. So both feet in the band, maybe. Rock to sit up, or turn onto your side and sit up. And I'll leave you either to do a little bit more stretching with the band, or some breath work. In through your nose, out through your nose. And as always, congratulate yourself. Well done. You turned up, you've showed up, you've done the work. It's very easy to look at what you can't do, haven't accomplished, blah, blah, blah. But give yourself the positivity. Look at what you have achieved. Give yourself that little bit of dose of dopamine. Yay! Well done. Breathe in, lift your arms. I'm always grateful for your company. Thank you for joining me.